Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Francis. I'm from Nigeria, currently based in Hungary at the moment. I'm actually representing International Business School of Hungary, and I'm one of the presenter in this Sport Africa conference. And I deal with education across border, as well as educate students on study and play initiative within the African region. We've implemented this in several African countries, and we are hoping that we could kickstart this same project here in Senegal. And hopefully after this conference, we'll be able to get that across to the Senegalese Sport and Minister of Sport and Education.
Great, great. So, could you make a brief presentation?
We will be doing a presentation on the importance of mass sportsmanship around Africa. The idea is to educate people and, of course, the government in Africa on the importance of education to curb violence and also to encourage good health for the young ones. And of course, one of the most important things is to help them to be able to follow their talent and to show them that education across border it's important, and of course try to link it sport within education across border. And we are looking towards improving the sport system in our education and to make sure that it is embedded in the education within the African region.
Great. According to you, do you think that sport can be a reconciliation factor in a country?
I think so. That plays a very important role. Like, if sport is not considered as a reconciliation factor, then the youth will be in trouble. Sport not only bring people together. It also encourage cultural togetherness. It also brings awareness to people, help. And this, as we can say in European countries, education and sport goes alongside together, which is something that we are still practicing here in Africa. With the enormous talent that we have in Africa that are in different kind of sport, I really think that sport can be a reconciliation if we give it a go here in Africa.
Great. So, can you share with us the opinion that you get from the conference?
The conference is really, it's an eye-opening, if you ask me. I believe that a lot of people have learned so much here, and to be able to share so much knowledge within a very short time, and people get to learn about the importance of physical education and of course the importance of sport in Africa here. And there's so much that it's to be put in place, and the ongoing research is that we researchers should also look into to not only to develop sport but also to educate a lot of people around the world the importance of taking this into consideration and making it an important aspect of our education system. So I think this conference is really great, and we should continue doing it as time goes on.
Good. So, can you tell us about the importance of sport in high school, elementary school, and middle school too?
All right, the importance of sport, going back to the elementary and high school, physical education, like Mrs. Astor said this morning, it's always good to educate the child at a very young age to bring out the talent in them. And of course, in my school, going back to Hungary, it is a very important thing because we are encouraging sport for our students, because in Europe, sport is a very important thing, and a lot of these kids have the opportunity to also play sport in the very top clubs around Europe. And it's not just about the student itself, it also gives the school an opportunity to be able to excel students in different sport and different talent that they all possess. So for us, we take this very important, and we hope that within Africa, we can also bring this knowledge here and educate more people, and of course our education system to implement a good sporting facilities and to encourage the kids to learn this while they're studying, so that as time goes on, they'll be able to identify what talent that they can do at the older age. So I think it's always really important to learn from the grassroots, and with that they'll be able to identify if they can go further to a national level or to a pro level. So yeah, I think this is really important at the very grassroots.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.